Hello, my loves. It's She here with Going Through a Tarot, and I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message is finding you blessed and full of abundance. It's another cloudy day here, so the lighting's a little dark, but it's okay because I've been in the kind of dark feminine energy here recently. So let's just see what Spirit has to talk with us about. Okay, so we already have so we have the Eight of Wands on the back of the deck. Ooh, I'm already getting downloads. Woo! And the Nine of Wands. So we have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Wands here. The Eight of Wands is giving me so much energy. Hold on. Ooh, I'm getting huge downloads. And I think that's what it is. It's this feeling of getting these huge downloads and getting like almost heavenly judgment coming into your life and telling you, because look, the same woman here in purple is here in the Eight of Wands, receiving these like downloads from up above. And here she is, like looking up, looking towards the heavens, getting these like heavenly downloads, right? Learning the lessons, making your way out of that dark night into the light, right? Making that transitional energy overwards is what I was trying to say, but it's not right. But that was oh, almost like afterwards. What comes after? In the great what comes after. Okay. I'm also hearing the great I am. The great that was and will be no more. So there is this transitional energy, like a big transitional energy. It's this big energy of you letting go of a darkness, you transmuting and with the sacred fire and transmuting through darkness, through your own shadow, through understanding, through the underworld, through this kind of energy of finding yourself again, like going on that hermit journey, going up to the top of the mountain, or making the sacred journey through the underworld and rising back up. That's also this energy of the snake following you through the underworld and finding its way back up. That's also this Kundalini rising energy, where like your energy is rising up. Now, if you've gone into the shadows, you're coming back up into the light. Right? And there is this kind of judgment energy here of things that can be no more, being cleaved away. We have the Kali deck working here because I feel the dark divine, the dark feminine energy really strongly. Here, and we have this card. Yeah, victory over the dark is what I'm hearing. Okay, so we're going to read this. She is fierce divine justice and unyielding resolution in favor of the light. She is every method and all means necessary to ensure success for the soul. She is the unexpected victory arising at the very moment when all seems lost, transforming tragedy into triumph. She is our spiritual sun, our light, and our ever radiant reminder that from the darkest night a new dawn shall arise. Dare to trust more in the faith than in your fear. For every moment that can arise, there are many more divine solutions unfolding ever now. And then it talks about in Hindu cosmology, through which Kali Ma is known, life is sustained through a continual balancing and interacting between light and dark. Yeah, that's this. That's this moment, that finding that in between, finding the middle way between the shadow and the light, right? And walking those lessons. And there is this kind of energy. I'm even hearing, I'm hearing the angel blowing the trumpet, blowing and sounding. This kind of victory. And I'm hearing coming home, like a coming home or a returning of self. Definitely. And then we have the Page of Cups. It's this kind of energy of divine truth. Divine truth coming into your light, cutting through the fog, cutting through the darkness, cutting through the chains that have bound you in the past and rising you anew and bringing you much more into this very kind of light-hearted, cleansed energy. So water nymphs, just water, the element of water, water elementals, fish, frogs, all of those could be signs for you right now. I definitely feel the sign of like, this is kind of giving me like, also, it's also giving me like the lotus, right? The lotus unfolding, you rising up from the mud and unfolding at the surface, breaking the surface of the water, getting that fresh air, that cleansing breath of truth. Absolutely. Queen of Cups. Ooh, Empress. Come through. Oh, yeah. The Hermit. Come on now. Confirmation for those that needed it. Yeah. I have these 3 mice at the bottom of this Hermit card here, and it's reminding me of the 3 blind mice. But I'm also hearing the blind leading the blind. So there's this energy of you closing the door and walk away from this kind of energy of those that are still asleep, those that are still trapped, those that might not be seeing things from the standpoint that you are. You know, having compassion and understanding, but letting them be. Just let them, like, just let them. Some of you might be drawn to reading that book. I can't remember the author of it right now, but I think that's how you say it. Just let them. It's like, it's more along the lines of this art of detachment. Like, just let them. Let you are always in control of how you know, respond to things instead of reacting to things. You can never control what other people do. You can never control like the larger divine plan of what's happening. Again, it's this feeling of calm in the chaos that we've been talking about here on the channel. Finding your serenity, finding your peace, finding your stability in the tempest, in the storm. You know, absolutely. There's kind of this divine intervention. It's kind of giving me tower energy with that card, with the lightning strike of the card right there. You know, and I'm literally seeing this whole scene, and it's kind of graphic, but it's this whole scene of like the lightning, and then it's like this Poseidon. Some of you might be connecting with Poseidon. That's also this water energy, but I'm getting like this like thrusting upward energy, and it's like it's like a video game. You know, remember those video games where it would be like Mortal Kombat, where he would like snatch the skull out of the person's body. That's what it's giving me. It's giving me this kind of energy of like spirit, like skewering or spirit, like busting through this type of, if any of you have this kind of energy of breaking out of like this dark karmic energy or out of this generational curse kind of energy, it's this energy of spirit coming in and boom, like removing that energy. You know, you might have been praying to remove any type of like etheric parasites or, you know, dark energies or anything that could have been really keeping you down. Or even for some of you, obviously I'm not a doctor, but if some of you are having like this kind of healing where you're coming out of like a depression or a darkness or just a kind of heaviness, and you're, you know, you have this moment where it's like this moment of divine intervention where you feel like, oh, like God freed me, like my chains are broken. Oh, this is so beautiful. Absolutely. And then there is this beautiful unveiling of the divine energy. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's this kind of like, because I see like this divine here, this divine boom, this intervention, and then it's like pulling away. And then it's like this and like this unfolding. It's almost like a block or like this kind of something that's been keeping you kind of, it feels like keeping you down, keeping you shackled, keeping, you know, like a heavy weight on you. And it's like you just throwing that weight off of your shoulders. And there's this this unfolding happening, this beautiful divine unfolding happening. This is gorgeous energy, you guys. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous energy. I'm hearing spiritual baths. Keep up your spiritual baths. Keep up your cleansing, your burning candles, your, you know, blessed waters, whatever it is that you use, your prayer, your intentions, whatever you use, you know, throwing salts or whatever, using house cleanses, boiling herbs. Keep doing it. Keep sanctifying your place. Oh, yes. Gorgeous. Yes. Oh, and I was just about to say, look, there's the lotus flower. And look what's on the back of the deck. Come on now. Come on now. All right, let's read this out of the book. Oh, and I opened right up to it. Come on. Burning golden light of divine protection. She arrests the flow of negativity, particularly that of our own making. Ooh, come on now, soul contracts. The dissolving of those soul contracts is the giving back, the ending of that karma. She is the divine intervention of sacred activity. She transforms our karma from that which hinders our joy to that which creates true happiness and bliss for ourselves and all beings. As you seek refuge in her, you are protected from gossip, slander, and any form of negativity from others. A positive turning of the tide of fortune is predicted. Come on. And I kind of see, it's kind of almost like this energy of her like gong, like ringing this bell. And yeah. Oh, I just noticed this. She's holding like a severed tongue in her hand over here. I don't know if this is too graphic, but that's what that is that she's holding in her hand. Oh, wow. So if there was people speaking ill over your name, or even you, if this is even you overcoming this type of like negative energy, you know, that negative nagging voice in your head that tells you can't make it, you won't overcome that, you can't be that, or anything like that, whether it's coming from outside or with inside, if it's coming from ancestral line stuff, if it's coming from old karma, whatever it's coming from, that kind of ill energy is being eradicated. You know, it's being lifted up to the sun and cleansed. And there is this, you know, cleansing like gong, or like this big boom, like with the lightning hits and thunder claps, you know, and it's like, oh, I'm free from this. And I'm finally being allowed, you know, to blossom, to bloom. I finally made it through. It's giving me this kind of energy. I'm seeing so much animation in the cards today. Where it's kind of like, you know, you're leaping from over here from this place that's all dark and, you know, smoky, and you're breaking through and you're like, oh my gosh, I did it. Like, oh wow, I can actually breathe the air, and you know, it seems light and the ground is soft and it's warm, and you know, it's this kind of energy of coming out. And when that energy is like lifted from you again, it's like boom, boom, boom. It's like all these downloads, all this understanding, all of this, you know, triumph, you know, your spirit guides, your peace and love and light ancestors, your angels, or whoever it is that you're working with, right? Or like, like, what is that song from Star Wars where it's like the celebration, you know? Like that's what I'm hearing. That's funny. And they're all on Naboo, and it's all like, woo, the war is over. Yeah. You know, this, and I'm hearing Spirit say this chapter is over. Yes! Come on. Yes. Oh, justice. Things are finally being righted. Things are finally being balanced. The Magician, you are finally realizing, right, your power and your understanding over the devil energy, over the chains that have been binding you, over that ground, you know, that negatively grounding voice that keeps you down and keeps you out of the skies flying and being free, right? There is this kind of self-mastery over this type of devil energy, right? And Spirit has been helping you here to have this self-mastery. And here, right? Oh, this is so beautiful, Spirit. Thank you. And it's the Star card, and the Three of Swords is this beautiful healing energy flowing down from the cosmos, flowing down from Source, flowing down from God, flowing down from the higher realms here to soothe an ache, soothe this ache that you've had inside of yourself from, you know, you have been brave enough to go into your shadow, to grab your inner child, to heal them, to love them, to have compassion for them, and to also look at your shadow and have compassion for it and understanding for it, and to give it a voice, the voice that was taken away from it. You know, our shadow is created because we just shove all this stuff that we're ashamed of or that we don't want to look at, and it is this mangling of all of these things of ourselves that shouldn't have even been thrown in there to begin with. But when you have that strength and that bravery, and you know, it does take strength, and it takes courage, and it takes time, and it takes patience, and it takes understanding, and it takes compassion, and it takes you being dedicated to going through all of, to going through the sadness, to facing the anger, to facing the darkness, to facing things about not only the people around you, but things in yourself, the darkness inside of yourself. And it takes that time to go through there and to bust through there and to bring that light into the shadow. To bring that light into the shadow. And to face it and to integrate it and to understand it. And to bring meaning to it. And to give it, that's how we really heal our shadow, is to bring the compassion and the love and the understanding that we needed to begin with. It was the fact that we weren't given that compassion, that we weren't giving those kind words when we needed them, that caused the creation of our shadow to begin with. And when we decide to go in there and to rip away this kind of false narrative that we should be ashamed of ourselves, or that all of these things, is that what is really going to alleviate that is not tearing it away, is not trying to kill it, is not trying to, it's not trying to bring this death energy to it. It's actually to bring open-heartedness and understanding and compassion and forgiveness, and saying God loves you, God forgives you, source energy, your spirit guides, your positive light and love ancestors, they forgive you, they tell you to move on, they tell you to release these chains, that you're right. It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair that you had to deal with that. It wasn't right that that person said that or they did that to you. It wasn't fair that your society told you or took this away from you or, corrupted this inside of you. It isn't fair. But we can't hold on to this. We're hurting ourselves holding on to this anger, holding on to this pain. And it's just you, through you. Spirit is working through you, and they're literally showing me spirit like reaching inside of your body and through you, channeling this beautiful energy into your shadow of love, of understanding, of compassion, but also of discipline and also of boundaries. And that is a deep, true type of love. Having, being able to tell your shadow, no, we're not going to let that trigger us. No. Yes, you're right. They shouldn't have said that, but we don't have to go off on them and lose our job. We have to be stable. We also don't have to be silent. We can find a balance here and find that peace inside of ourselves. And that's what this feels like. It feels like this beautiful pouring out of peace and love and compassion and understanding. And that's where you're finding this victory. That's where you're finding this deep inner connection to yourself. And I just keep hearing that this unfolding that comes with self-mastery. Oh, come on now. 6 of Wands, victory. Let's go. Let's go, absolutely. And a deep understanding well of compassion with boundaries. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Woo, I'm so proud of y'all. Y'all been doing some amazing work. Absolutely. Releasing the old, but also I talked about that snake energy. I talked about that releasing energy. Going into the feminine energy and releasing. Bringing that feminine compassion and understanding and releasing and uncoiling that energy. High Priestess. Absolutely. Come on, Water Guardian. Connecting with your emotions. something that I really recognize inside of myself is that I have a tendency to, because I am an air sign, I'm a Libra, I have this tendency to intellectualize and to over analyze. Because in tropical, I'm a Libra, but in Vedic astrology, I'm a Virgo. So I have this tendency to overanalyze my emotions and my thought process. And something that Spirit has been working so hard and diligent with me and having so much patience with me, because it has been a struggle. But just allowing yourself to sit in the emotions and just feel them and allow them to move through you. Don't overanalyze them. Don't intellectual, well, I'm feeling this way because of this and because of that and because of this. And don't get me wrong, you have to go through this process, or at least I did. I had to go through this process of not only realizing that I do that, but really actually understanding those emotions. And then once I was able to intellectualize them and understand them, I understood that I was over picking them apart and over analyzing them too much. So I had to back off, and I had to have moments where I am emotionally regulating myself. Finally, God, yes. And I am feeling that energy just, okay, you're mad right now. It's okay. You know why you're mad. It's okay. Feel through it. They're triggering you. There's a lesson in it, but just allow yourself to feel this energy. And then once you allow yourself to move through it, then you can go, okay, now why did I feel that way? Okay, this is how I can do better next time, or very good. You did very good about this, you know? Transmuting that energy. And just allowing it to move through you. Beautiful. And I don't know if you guys are walking down that path, but damn, I sure am. And it's been one that I have not been... You know what, I'm not even going to say that, because I've been working my ass off. But just, you know, it's been a lesson, and Spirit has been boom, boom, boom. Like, just relax, Libra, just relax. Just relax and just feel it's okay. I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but it's because I spent a lot of my life with people telling me that I was too sensitive or that I cared too much about things. And so I was constantly overanalyzing my emotions. And that's the way that I suppressed my emotions inside of me, as I overanalyzed them, or I overlooked at them, you know, and I sent them into my shadow, and I sent them into my insecurities, you know, and I allowed that to feed in my insecurities, you know, and it has been a journey, and I'm not a perfect person, far from it. But come on now, Water Guardian. Whew. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, Hunter, track down your fears and your desires. Absolutely. Again, you see that kind of like shadow energy, and see how many of you could have been like me and you had a big shadow to digest, right? Because I'd been just shoving and suppressing down so much feelings, not from just this lifetime, but from lifetimes and lifetimes. And also just understanding how I came here and exactly what it meant to digest so many other people's stories, not just my past life stories, which is why you do have to be cautious about and be very grounded in your past life regressions, because, you know, you can end up taking on a lot of karma from those, or taking on a lot of shadow energy, you know, and for me, it was part of my journey. It was part of my journey. Maybe for you, it's not, you know. But absolutely, broken arrow, embracing the energy of peace. Absolutely. Absolutely. Learning to trust my instincts again after years of telling myself, no. That you didn't just feel that. You didn't just know that. You didn't sense that. You didn't see that. I don't know if some of you are being guided to hear and you needed to hear that. Yeah, it's 343 down on the real-time clock. You might want to look up that angel number, see what it's doing for you. Oh, come on now. Sun, we talked about the sun energy coming out, shining that light, shining that bright light, and that understanding. We have some cosmic energies coming in here with star ancestors and Sky Father, trust in the unknown. With star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. Absolutely. For some of you, that voice inside of your soul has been guiding you. That higher self, that energy of your higher self has been reaching out and has been guiding you through understanding and digesting these energies. Some of you could be pulled closer to like the masculine polarity. Okay? And some of you are pulled more to the feminine. Some of you are walking in both. But again, it's this sky, the lightning energy with this higher divine knowing, right? Like the divine is like, I know, trust in me, and you're pulling yourself back. They talk about this in psychology, pulling yourself back out of your trauma. And of course, I'm not a licensed psychologist or psychiatrist or anything like that, but you pull yourself back out of your trauma. And when you're not so close to it and you're not holding so close to it, you don't feel so hit. You don't feel so triggered. You don't feel like everybody's an enemy. When you start pulling back out of it, stepping back out of it, when you get out of the phase of rationalizing it and you step back into just feeling it and allowing it and moving it and allowing it to go, then you can step back even further and you can see more understanding. And if you fold, for me personally, if you fold in, a deeper spiritual understanding into that, that personally has really helped me heal so much. It definitely has helped me heal this type of what I call like this why complex. Like, God, why would that person do that? Why would they say that? Why would they do, it's helping me to find, peace. And some of you might, because I felt that tightening in my throat chakra. Don't let it take from you. It's not for you, my love, okay? If it's not for you, it doesn't have to be for you, okay? And I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay. There's something more here with the Sky Father and the Star Ancestor. The Fool. You could be being guided to be in this more air energy, because I'm seeing the air energy symbol here on the Fool card. Ooh. 3 of Cups. Be careful with overindulging. I'm hearing that, especially this fall season. Be careful with overindulging. But also, I'm seeing this kind of light and airiness energy. Maybe some of you really love the fall season. I know I do. Halloween and fall, and just like the weather's finally cooling and I want to be outside like every day, and I'm walking around and the leaves are changing and everything's beautiful and it's this shifting energy. I love the shifting energy. It's so good. So there's this type of shifting energy. Be aware of how, with this Mercury retrograde that we're going through and we're coming out of, be aware. Some of you might have had some really big lessons on like the way that you speak to yourself, or the way, there's something here about the way that you speak to yourself, the way that negative voice inside of yourself has kind of been feeding paranoia into your system, and you really might find yourself doing a lot better now in the way that you communicate with other people outside of yourself. This emotional regulation is really helping you to see the lesson in some of the things people say to you. Even when you just recognizing those things, recognizing that feeling of that shadow creeping up and being like, they said what? And then you're like, okay, just, it's an ego lesson, or it's a lesson about this. Let's just feel through it. What are they really trying to say? Are they really actually trying to hurt my feelings when they say that? Or am I just feeling really triggered? Or I'm feeling really sensitive about this subject matter. But that doesn't mean that person knows that about you, right? kind of working through and feeling that energy and feeling a higher understanding and the things that are happening around you. Yeah. Kind of releasing and letting go of the way that this type of, maybe perhaps when you're in the, maybe not quite there, but in this kind of energy here, you know, where the over analyzing might block you, or the over paranoia might have blocked you in the past. Beware of where you have Scorpio in your chart as well. There's something significant about the energy could be hitting those areas harder right now. Ooh. Five of Wands. There also could be this it was 30:30 down the clock right when I reached up. It's 4:40 down on the clock. So 4:40. A divinely guided new beginning is protected. You're finding balance and you're finding protection in this new beginning. So if you have some energy, whether it be outside of yourself through friends or family, if you are finding that energy outside of yourself, it is only mirroring your own stagnancy within yourself, or your own tendency, right, to push away those new beginnings. So be aware of that, right? Especially right now. You know, you really starting to see how it's like, so I see this is really something inside of myself. What ways am I being neglectful towards this new beginning? What ways am I kind of walking one step forward and then shifting back away, being like, no, I can't. No, I shouldn't. You know, work through those. Work with yourself and work through that. Work through that paranoia, or work through that fear of the unknown. Work through that fear of this new beginning. Because you're in a powerful place right now. So Spirit is saying, work through it. Work through any kind of hesitancy to do that new thing, to try that new place, to go that new way, to try that new, to really dive into that new project. Work through that resistance, right? Work through that resistance energy that's been held within you. Right? Because whatever this is, I have such energy in it, and it's right here. It's like in between my heart chakra and my throat chakra, and it's just like sitting right there. You know that kind of feeling where you feel like you have to like burp? Like you have like that heavy feeling right here. And it's not like a spiritual heaviness. It's like this energy of like, I need it to release. I need to get it out. I need to say it. I need to speak it, or I need to get it out on paper. I need to push it out of my body, in whatever means that I transmute, whatever means that is for you. Okay. Yeah. Because you have the opportunity to gain a beautiful independence here. Put in that work. Okay. Because it's going to age like fine wine. Okay. It is going to age beautifully right now, if you allow for that changing. Yeah, and I feel like the tightness in my jaw. So it's this energy of having this hesitancy to be your true self, to allow for the changing. Like there's an energy that's like, I'm coming in. And you're like, no, don't. But on the inside, you're like, but I really want you. But on the outside, it's like, don't. Kind of don't put your focus on it like that, but allow for that flowing, because Spirit is really like, boom, boom, like I'm coming in. So there definitely could be something here about your foundation. There could be something about your solar plexus. There could be something about your sacral energy, something about your growth energy, something about this blooming, this flourishing, this sitting in your power, knowing your worth. If something in the past has made you feel like there's something here where it's like some kind of sacrifice, or something that you were willing to sacrifice, that you were willing to give up, that you were willing to conquer, that you were willing to let go of, is causing this type of new blooming energy to happen now. Like I was willing to let this go. I was willing to... Yeah, they keep saying there's something here about sacrifice. What are you saying, Spirit? Let me really tap in. Let's just get quiet here for a second. Let's take a few grounding breaths. You want to take them with me? It is a need. It is this feeling, this concept that you must carve away and sacrifice parts of yourself to be accepted. Again, it's this energy of you pressing your wants, your desires into fit a certain mold. That's something that's coming out of your shadow as you are expanding, and this kind of integration is happening, and this understanding and this healing and this transmuting of this energy of your shadow. Your shadow is like, this dark feminine energy is like, I don't get a F what anybody thinks. This is how I feel. And it is in the combination of that dark feminine or that dark energy and then that light energy of yourself that's coming together that creates like a calm, regulated balance of, I don't have to think. I don't have to fit into anybody else's mold. I can be me. But I also don't have to be rude about the way that I say that. That's or the way that I move. I can just move. I don't have to make all these excuses. I don't have to explain myself a dozen ways to know things to people who don't really actually care or don't really care to listen or don't really care why I'm doing what they're doing. They just want to call me out or question me or whatever. You're going to find that you have less and less of that the more you're just like, yeah, that's how it is. That's how I feel. That's who I am. Oh, okay. And you're going to be like, okay. And they're like, yeah, okay. Because they are going to mirror that self-acceptance inside of you. And the more that you realize you do not, when you allow the right people and the right circumstances to be around you, you do not have to question or to carve away or to hide away parts of yourself. You don't have to wear masks to make other people feel comfortable with who you are. You can just be who you are. And I'm hearing somebody right now say, but what if who people are terrible people? What if they're like a serial killer? I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about that. We're just talking about just regular, regulated, people. Yeah. And that's what this Queen of Pentacles is saying. She's saying, I choose not to sacrifice any parts of myself for your comfort. I bloom because I am accepting all parts of myself, even the ugly parts of myself. I hold space for every part of me. I hold space for my beautiful, desirable parts, my undesirable parts, my ugly parts, the parts of myself that I have felt ashamed of. I no longer hold space for feeling that shame. I just simply allow myself to be. And the parts of myself, of my shadow, of, that I perhaps demonized or I considered things that were holding me down, I no longer allow those things to define me, to lessen my value. I no longer allow people outside of myself finding parts of me undesirable to lessen my value. Oh, you don't want me? Okay. Oh, you'd rather me look different? Okay. Or you would rather me smile? Okay. And? Well, I just don't like you in that shirt. Okay. And? Well, I just think I would like you better with short hair, with long hair, with this, with that. Okay. And? Thanks for sharing, I guess. What's that supposed to mean to me? Because I am the way that I am because that's the way I want to be. And Spirit wants you to step into that energy. And if you are not the way that you want to be, step into becoming the way that you want to be. Put effort into becoming the way that you want to be. Oh, goodness. I'm having I'm finally working out that That energy, I feel it. Whew. Yeah, and I'm hearing speaking my truth, even if it's a truth others might not want to hear. And I'm not getting this in the type of annoying way where you're constantly, like speaking over people, but it's this kind of energy of just being. It's not necessarily actually speaking your truth at all times. It's just being in your truth, living in your truth at all times, regardless of whether or not it makes other people feel uncomfortable. Like that's a them problem. That's a them issue. Whew, okay. Yeah. 10 of Cups. Cardinals, redbirds, tomatoes, rainbows, mountains, something about the color yellow or a yellow dress, a dog, a bone, throwing a dog a bone, an orange cat, abundance. Any of those could be signs for you right now. I'm also hearing crows. Definitely something here about the color red and like red flowers. The moon. You're walking away from illusions. Walking away from the need of feeling like you need to, like it's like breaking the illusion of this kind of this marrying energy that we've been talking about. Breaking this type of illusion that when people are marrying something back within you're like, oh, this is just a lesson. I'm being shown a lesson. I'm being shown an aspect of myself. I'm being shown something, especially things that end up triggering you, right? Not everything, but if somebody says something or does something that ends up like really triggering you, you know or even if you don't speak it out loud or you don't respond, you don't respond to it. If you have that feeling rising up inside of you, you know that there's something there. There's a part of your shadow that's speaking, and it's important that you don't have to act on it, but you listen to it and you ask yourself, okay, well, why do you feel that way? And allow yourself to feel through it, but then ask yourself, okay, why was that rising up? Why was I feeling triggered by that person saying that? Because they only have the power to harm me or to hurt me when I feel, like if I allow myself to be triggered by their energy. So what's going on? Is it really about this person or is it something else that's upsetting me? Like, working through that. And there's something here about working through this kind of triggering and this reflecting, working through that lesson. I know what this is in my life. And I hope you know it. And yeah, so Spirit is saying, yeah, hermit. Don't be scared to go into those dark places. Take that light into the shadow and say, what you talking about? Huh? Why you mad? What's going on? Sis, you need to talk about it? Let's sit down. What's up? Why did it get on your nerves that homeboy that you don't even know said this? What's going on there? What's going on there? For me personally, it's, and this could be why I'm being guided to share this. For me personally, I was very triggered by people being in a bad mood and feeling like, oh, is it my responsibility? Did I say something? Did I do something? Well, I need to get them in a good mood. Well, I need to make them feel better. Well, it has to be something about me. Like, what did I do? What did I say? Did I talk too much? Did I not talk enough? Did I do this? Did I do that? What happened? when in the end, most of the time, 99% of the time, it had nothing to do with me. It was something going on in their life or something, where I would walk past somebody, hey, how are you doing today? And they just kept walking, or they didn't look at me. Well, what did I do? What did I say? Did they not like me anymore? It's not, it's moving through that energy and just being like, oh, maybe they're just having a bad day, And then it's like, oh, that probably has nothing to do with me. That's a them thing. And the more and more that I found myself not going down that rabbit hole, but I found myself being like, oh, they're having a bad day. That sucks. But also not finding myself shifting to the other side where it was like, well, what's going on? You need to talk about it. Well, what, dump all your issues on me so I can transmute it for you. Or even if it's just, oh, I hope their day gets better. And I'm going to move on. And of course, that's a circumstance by circumstance sort of type thing, but that's just an example that's personally coming, that I've personally been working through. Maybe you've been working through something similar, maybe you haven't. (4616). So you gaining into your ability to balance out this type of energy. Finding a balance between masculine and feminine energy within yourself. Yeah. Feeling this type of feeling of abandonment and having it make you want to hold on harder. That's kind of the energy that I was literally just talking about. This type of feeling of, oh, I feel rejected, or I feel abandoned, or I feel pushed away. So it makes me want to cling on harder, or it makes me want to know how can I people please? How can I make you feel better? How can I do something, for you? How can I be of service to you so that you can see, oh, they're a really good person, or, oh, they're a really good friend. Well, now I kind of feel bad about, smarting off to them or saying that thing. When really, people weren't doing that. People, it's probably nothing that had nothing to do with you. Maybe they stumped their toe on the way into work, or they're just having a bad day, or their back's hurting, or they didn't sleep well, or they have a headache, or their kid, or them and their partner had an argument as they walked out the door. It has nothing to do with you, Well, it's really because I grew up in a household where I was made to feel responsible for everyone else's emotions. And it was my responsibility to make everyone feel better and to feel happy and to laugh and to transmute the energy. But there is selfishness and people pleasing as well. And self-centeredness and people pleasing as well. It is self-serving to people please. Empress and the Nine of Swords. You've got someone who's going to deliver very passionate. Okay. So for some of you could be receiving a message that somebody close to you or somebody that could be having a baby. You could get on social media and see somebody that you regularly check up on, or that is pregnant or is expecting, or that they gave birth, that they're trying for a new baby. You could receive some type of information in some type of way, whether it be social media or somebody in real life, somebody that you just follow or something like that, that they are starting a new business. Somebody here could have bought a new home. You could have bought a new home. Congratulations. If that is true, congratulations to you too. If you're expecting, you could find out you're expecting, or that you are starting an expansion. I also feel here you could be receiving some type of information from somebody, like a very... In this circumstance, this message could be very clear, but still very foggy at the same time. So it feels somebody... exactly, I'm getting all tongue-tied. This could be somebody who sees you as the Empress. Now, whether they see you as the marrying type, whether they see you as the take home to mama type, whether or not they see you as somebody who is growing, who is expanding, who is worthy, they see you in your growth and in your shining energy, and they're like, "Ooh, you doing it, sexy mama, come here." But at the same time, they're like, "But not too close." This person is hesitant. They are hesitantly in some type of way. Now, for some of you, it could be because this person is like, oh, I don't know if they're going to agree with me having another child, or if they're going to agree with, how is the response? This could not be personal. This could just be like, I don't know. They could feel kind of back and forth about the fact that they're expanding. They're happy, but at the same time, times are hard now. Everything's really expensive now. They're kind of like back and forth about it, or they're kind of hesitant, like they're really excited about starting this new business, but they're kind of like, I hope it does well. All that's understandable. Also, if this is some type of person reaching out to you with some type of romance or some type of love or some type of kinship or friendship message, even if this person reaches out to you as a friend, unless you know for sure, this person could be reaching out to you as a friend. They're kind of like testing the waters, but they look at you as an Empress and they're like, ooh. Ugh, like they're showing me that cartoon. They've shown me this before. They showed me that cartoon image of like where like a cartoon like masculine energy like sees a feminine and they're like and their like tongue like rolls out. Yeah, that's this person's just like, oh my lord. This could also be somebody that sees you. They could see you on a regular basis. They could see you out somewhere. They could see you at work. They could see you at the gas station that you stop by every day. Or they could see you at the coffee shop. Or they could see you out and about in your world. And they just see you just like walking through. And they're just like, oh my gosh, that person is so beautiful. Should I go up to them? Should I say anything to them? Should I reach out to them? I don't know. How would they take it? I'm not sure. There's something here. Yeah, but mama. Oh, wait. And you don't have to be a woman, but whoever they are, Queen of Wands, they see you as that's why they're kind of like, how are they going to take this? I'm not sure. And no matter how confidently they walk up to you, that's how they feel on the inside. They're kind of like, is this going to be okay? I don't know how you're going to take this, but yeah. But they are going to say something. They're going to reach out to you. They're reaching out to you and they're just like, ooh, yeah. They're unsure. They'd really like to know. They could see you as a great teacher. This person could be reaching out to you and they could be like, oh, okay, let me reach out to this person in the sense of like, oh, I need your help, or like, would you like to do this together? Or, I found this really great. I've been reading here recently. I know that you talked about you really like books, and I've been reading this really great book recently, and it's like this, and it's about this, and I thought that you might like it. They're looking for like a way in. They're like, have you heard this? Have you gone to that? Hey, have you heard about this? Would you maybe want to go see this movie, or go see this program, or go to this talk, or go to this concert, or they're looking for a way in, but they are still guarded. They're still guarded because I'm telling you, they look at you and they're like, ooh, oh my gosh, she could eat me alive. That's how this person is. Just like, this person could eat me up in more than one way. In more than one way. But it's also in the sense of like, this person could be like, are you joke? Like, there is a part of them, their insecurities that are like, I might expect this person to be like, are you joking? Why would I want to go do that with you? And they would be like, oh, thank you for that. You're right. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I said that. Like, or this could be like the person that's like, okay, I'm going to be like, I was just joking if you say no. Something like that. Yeah. But they feel like there's a truth and they can't hold it back anymore, and they just got to let you know. But I do feel like, again, Seven of Swords, I do feel like they are finding this type of like sneaky way. And sometimes like I'm not getting malicious energy out of this, but it does give me like, oh, well, maybe we could, it's like, oh, hey, how are you doing? Oh, I'm fine. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I was watching this. Don't you like that? Like, oh yes, I love that movie. Or, oh yes, I love, that place, or I love that band. Oh, well, I happen to have some tickets, would you like to come with me? And it's like, they're trying to find like a sneaky way, or like not a direct way. They don't want to just flat out be like, would you like to go on a date with me? Or would you like to, I really want to hang out with you. But it's just like, oh yeah, well, me and my friends were getting together and thought you might want to join up. Do you want to come with us? You might think you might want to come to this gathering. Oh yeah, just me and a couple of friends are going down to the lake and we're going to go swimming. Would you like to come with us? When really they want to just call you, be like, would you go on a date with me? But they're not doing that. They're being like, oh yeah, me and the friends, or me and so and so and so and so, like we're all friends. We're just getting together doing this thing. Wouldn't that be fun? Don't you want to come? But underneath it, they're like, I really want to see you. I want to spend time with you. Like, please. I'm not laughing at them. It's kind of cute. 8 of Cups. This person is really trying to leave behind a time in their life. They're trying to turn their back and turn over a new leaf, and they're trying to leave behind. This could be this person coming out and being like, I really got to get out there. This could be a person that just moved, or like just is. You could be new to an area. You could be new to a new friend group. You could be new to a new like group of people, or if you just joined like a club, or like if you're taking a class, this person is going to be like, oh, I'm taking that class too. So instead of that person that's in your class that has like a crush on you, or that like really likes you, or is really, really interested in you, instead of them just being like, hey, me and you should get together and study sometime, or would you like to go see this? I heard you talking about how you like this person. Did you know that they were giving a talk at such and such? Like, would you like to go to that together? Instead of doing that, they're going to be like, hey, me and a bunch of the people are going down to the library and we're going to go study. You want to come with us? They want to find like this neutral ground, so that if things don't go well between the two of you, they can be like, oh, we're all here together just hanging out, But if things do go the way that they hope, or the way that they think that will go, that they could always be like, oh, me and you should go over here, and the rest of them can study over here. But this person wants like a safe. They want like a way out, just in case. Which I get it. I understand that, especially in today's day, now and age. Like, it's kind of, people are kind of crazy. People sometimes can be kind of crazy. They can be kind of weird, okay? And so, like, as a woman, and I don't know if this person is a woman, but, or like, as a like, I totally, and even as a man, whoever you are, he, she, they, whatever, it's like, I want a safe way to kind of hang out with this person, and in a public place, and it could be that this person could invite you out just one-on-one, but they're gonna want to go to a public place where there's a lot of other people around, just in case things go sideways, or just in case, they don't hit. But I really do feel like, even if this person invites you out, I think they're gonna show up with somebody and be like, oh, my friend came along, that's okay, right? And you're like, yeah, that's fine, whatever, I don't think that this person's going to be like, can we go on a date? And then they're going to show up with a friend, and you're like, is this a date, or are we just hanging out? I don't think it's going to be like that. This person is going to say, hey, as friends, would you like to go hang out? But they want to be more than friends. But just in case you happen to be loca. The Knight of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I feel like this person has been on some bad dates, or maybe this person has had some bad experiences in the community or something like that. In the spiritual community, not everybody's what they seem, okay? Sometimes you walk with people and you're like, oh my gosh, you're kind of, who? That's why I'm like empathizing with this person, because I'm like, I understand. Like, sometimes you be getting into some communities and some chat boards or some places, and you're like, oh, I gotta very quickly unfriend this and uninvite me to the group chat, because what are y'all talking about? This person's higher self is really trying to work through them. They really do want to have like an equal, happy exchange. They feel very at home in your energy, but they are scared. They are kind of like, I don't want to say like fearful. They're not in fear. They're not like gripped with fear or anything like that. But they are kind of like, ooh, I hope this doesn't go bad. oof, I hope this is, they're a little couple of toes in. They're not like jumping, but their higher self is guiding them to reach out to do stuff, and it might not be just with you. Maybe this person is coming out of a hermit mode and their spirit guides are like, go out there, go into the community, meet people, go out, have a drink, have a coffee, join that group, go to that club, go to that meditation circle, go to that this, go to that, go, just, their spirit guides are kind of like, get out there and go. And they're like, oh, just kind of tiptoe, maybe I'll go to this with people that I know, or I'll go to that. This person's not necessarily at the stage where they're like, I'm just going to go by myself and just be free. And if I don't like it, I'll just get it. What? No. Not quite. Not quite. Or this could be you. This could also, the energies could be reversed here. This could be you thinking about reaching out to somebody. The same cards just came right back out. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. That's crazy. Okay, there's obviously something here that I didn't get. Again, it's the same story though when I look at this. Again, this person wants to be one-on-one with you. Because again, this person is like, oh my gosh. But this person might be inviting you to a gathering, to a get-together, to like a group of people. There could be, But again, I do get the energy, like there's a couple of people wearing masks. It's like, I don't get this energy that this person is lying to you or they're trying to be malicious or anything like that. But I do think that they're not really telling you. They're not telling you everything. But they might want to get you into a situation where maybe you're getting a little loosey-goosey, where they can kind of relax a little bit, where they can feel like they can let their guard down a little bit with you. They just hope things don't turn like icy and turn weird. Because there is this kind of like, I don't know if this person is running scenarios in their head, but there's like this kind of scenario where things turn kind of icy and weird between the two of you. And they're like, I want things to feel like a summer, evening party where we're all just ha 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 and having a good time and having a little drink or having a little smoke or whatever, whatever. We're just having a good time, having some good food, we're just chilling and hanging out. They want it to be lively and they want it to be fun and they want it to be lighthearted. They want things to be even and balanced. And they do. Again, there's this kind of energy of like this person wants your help, or especially if you do anything like esoteric, if you give like tarot readings, or if you do channeling, or if you give like, I don't know, astrology readings or something like that. This person might just want to be like, well, what do you feel about this? Or have you read this book? Or has this, have you ever done this? Or have you ever done this? Or I heard you talk about this one time. Can you talk more about that with me? This person wants to ease into that. They want to ease into it. Again, every time I look at this 5 of Pentacles, I see a woman and I see her crossing her arms and being like, and like turning her back and just being like, and for some of you might be like, I'm not that stuck up, or I'm not that, ooh, mama, it has no, again, remember what I said, right? This person has these feelings and it has nothing to do with you. That's why I went into that whole spill about how it's like, oh, people pleasing and oh, this and that. And, oh, well, maybe this person has an attitude or they have something, but it has nothing to do with you. So that's what Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying this person has a little bit of an icy, kind of aloof, kind of I'm guarding my heart kind of energy. And it really has nothing to do with you. So don't take it personal. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with this person's past experiences and things they've been through in the past and situations and their own insecurities. It has nothing to do with you. So this person is peeking, because you might be like, well, why aren't they just coming out? Why aren't they just telling me they care about me? Why aren't they just... It has nothing to do with you. Because let me tell you something. This person, again, pulled the Empress for you. They're like, it has nothing to do with you. It does in a way, because this person is like, that Empress. I don't want to ruin things with that Empress. So let me just kind of dibble-dabble. You know, just put my little toesies in, you know, because I might not be feeling, I feel a little insecure. I'm feeling a little something. I don't think this person would ever say that. I don't know if that person would ever admit that. I don't even know if they admit it to themselves, but they're feeling a little bit like, because that's what it is. Yeah. This person's a little bit like, I'm feeling a little intimidated. I'm feeling a little like, again, right? Like this person is like, they're coming down and on their knees before you, like, please. And they don't like feeling that way. This person doesn't like feeling that way. They like feeling in control. They like feeling like that they're confident and they're strong. We all like feeling that way, right? None of us want to feel insecure. None of us, baby. None of us want to feel insecure. None of us want to feel like, I don't know, you know. But, and again, Four of Cups, right? Rejection energy. This person doesn't want to show up being like, ha, 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 ha. Or, I don't know. This person might have been trying to push themselves out there, but they're still kind of back. And somebody might have called them out or said something, or it's just like, oh, why are you just like always sitting in the corner, like sulking like a lump? And this person is like, I'm just chilling. Like, I'm just trying to show up the way that I can. Jeez, like, you know, or this person might have had somebody tell them like, oh, you're so boring, or like, why don't you want to go do this? Like, why don't you want to go do that? Like, why are you always head off in the clouds? Or why are you always this or that? Why aren't you more extroverted? Or why aren't you more introverted? Or why aren't you something different? You know, like this person could have had some other people around them kind of be like, or, you know, this person could have a friend. Also, too, I'm hearing that this person could have a friend that could be like, why don't you get out? Why don't you stop crying and stop being sad and stop being depressed? And why don't you get out there and go do some shit? You know? Like, get out there and go do something. This person definitely has, like, spirit guides. They have their higher self. They have people that are echoing their spirit guides. Just be like, go out there. Why don't you just go? Just ask them out. Just do something. I don't know, like, what are you doing? And this person is like, again, this person could battle with depression, or they could battle with feelings of insecurity. I understand this. But like, the more you face your fears and putting yourself out there, the easier it comes, and the more you feel safe and secure, you know, and the more that you're likely to find people, and, you know, that are soul family, that feel good. Yeah. 10 of Pentacles. The more likely that you are to feel this type of like good energy here. And again, it's the resistant energy. Remember how we were talking about this? Again, like I said, this energy could be flipped. I feel like this person is marrying that kind of energy. If you were really resonating with that, this type of resistant energy of what's holding you back, what's stopping you, face that within you, put yourself out there, go do it, say it, you know, have confidence in yourself. You got this, you can do it. This person is also putting in that energy to overcome that resistance energy. And that was so cute. They just showed me like because there's two little fairies on this. That's what I was looking at. And they just showed me how there's like this energy. And and I see these two people, their heart space is like pushing. And then finally it's like they pushed and pushed and pushed. It's like a bubble pops. And then they get drawn in together. And it's like their tips of their nose, like, and they're like, hi. And so whatever this is, this definitely could be somebody out there that's coming into alignment with you, that you're going to run into, that you're going to meet, that's going to invite you out somewhere, or that, you know, you're going to run into. And it's because both of you are pushing through this bubble of resistance. And when both of you push again at the same time, and you're pushing that, you're going to pop and going to be magnetized in, and you're just like, hi, like right in each other's faces. Ten of Pentacles. What is it? You sneezing? What is it? Oh. You guys can't see. He's hiding his little face. He's like, burying his little nose. I'm shy. Are you shy? You're not shy. You're sleepy. You're trying to sleep. But yeah. High Priestess. His little face is so cute. High Priestess. Yeah, again, it's this kind of unknown. Your spirit guides, your intuition is pushing you out there, telling you, yeah. Why am I hearing that? I'm hearing that scene from Ariel, from The Little Mermaid, from Little Mermaid, where they're like in the boat and all the like animals and stuff are singing to them, and they're like, tra la 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 la, you know you wanna kiss the girl, whoa whoa. Yes, thank you. It's reminding me of this, because they're like underneath like the willow tree, or like the weeping willow tree, and they're like and they're just like faces are getting closer together, and like it's like so all the animals and Sebastian singing and all of that, they're like, it's like their spirit guides being like, just do it, just call them, just text, or like just invite them out, just do it. Like, oh, sorry, I got hair. You put hair all in my face. But yeah, and again, it's like this, it's like pushing and pushing and pushing, then suddenly like boom, like, okay, fine, I'll do it. You know? And then when that boat, it's like you're pushing each other, you're growing, you're expanding, you're going out there, you're being in the moment, you're feeling good. And I just see that. And I see that like both of your heart spaces are just expanding like a bubble. Pops. And then you're like drawn in together, noses touching. You're like, hi. And they're like, hi. That's cute. It's so cute, because they're showing me like the two of you like you're like little elves or like little fairies or something like that, and you're like being drawn in together. The imagery is really cute. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at the two of them in the swing, and they're like faces together, two cups. Yeah, and they're like underneath the trees, and then look, here's the Temperance card with the willow energy and then the pond energy, like in Ariel. Like an Ariel and The Little Mermaid. I said it again. But yeah, it's that type of energy where it's just like pop. It's like, oh, hi. Oh, hi. You know you wanna kiss the girl. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think this person is gonna kiss you like the very first, like on your first meeting, or like when you guys get together. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know your situation. I don't know. Maybe you've known this person for a while. I don't know. You know, but there's something. This person. I don't think they are going to, but they want to. Oh, they want to kiss you. I think also they're very incredibly intrigued by your mouth, by the words that you're speaking and your voice and the tone that you're speaking, and they feel seduced. But they're just so intrigued by your intellect, by the things that you're saying, and they're just like, whoa, and they're just like pulled and like it's pulling them in, and they're just like, wow. And when you hang out with this person, you might really see that. You might see them looking down at your mouth like a lot. They're doing a lot of like that, like looking down at your mouth when you're talking or when you're saying stuff, and you're just like, are you good? Do I have something in my teeth? And they're just like, it's because their eyes is being automatically drawn into that throat chakra, to that energy, to what's coming, you know, and they're just like, wow, boom, tower moment. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles, and they at least they're going to be like, I really want to work with you, or I really want to hang out with you. I want to make this work. I want to, you know, I'm interested. Like it's like this threshold is passed. I'm hearing the point of no return. So it's like, again, it's like the energy, the energy, the energy, and then it's like pop, and then it finally pops, and then it's like, oh wow, like okay, I can't go back. You know, like I can't go back. I can't unsee this. I can't unknow this. I can't unfeel this. Like the spark is there and the match is lit and it's going, you know? Yeah. Six of Cups, yeah. This energy is, you know, it's intrigued, it's lit. The fire is lit. 1 to 2. Things are progressing. From like a 1 to 2 pentacles, like things are progressing. It's like, oh. I also feel like this person is like, oh, there's another. This person feels like you're two of a kind. Yeah, two of a kind. Like you're really similar. You're really the same. You're into the same things or something. There's like this soul. Yeah, it feels like a soul recognition and like oh, hi. Oh, hi. And then there's like this like, oh, there's another one. There's another person like me. And then it's like, yeah. What are the people like that saying where it's like you got the bug? Like it's like you got bit, you know? For some of you, this could be like a Cupid's arrow sort of type thing where this person is just like, oh, wow. Like this person feels very drawn in. I'm hearing like a soul contract as well. Yeah. 6 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. It feels very nostalgic. There's like this very nostalgic feeling. I feel like that's the soul recognition energy where it's like, oh, we've been with each other before. We've known each other before. Like we're close. The two of you could be soul family. You could be in the same like soul tribe kind of energy. Yeah. Yeah. But I do think this person is going to want to move slow. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. Oh, I know. All right. Yeah. Heart expansion energy, trusting, change in perspective. Yeah. Heart opening information, you know, heart healing information. The two of you might talk about something really healing, or you might discuss something. I feel like discuss something. You could discuss travel. You discuss something about being very brave and about facing something. Again, there's this change in direction kind of energy, changing the direction. Okay. Yeah. Trust yourself, trusting your instincts. But I do, again, with this whole taking it slow, look, trust your instincts. I do think that this person is going to realize that, I think this person is, because I was drawn again to this 5 of Pentacles, I think this person is going to realize this. And I think you will be realizing that too. You'll be like, oh, I really like this person, but, you know, I want to take it slow, but I also, like, I want to, it's like, there's this take time to reflect kind of energy. So you might meet this person and then you might not talk to them for like a period of time. I wouldn't expect this to go from like 0 to 100, or I wouldn't expect this person to like text you every day or anything like that. I kind of still might expect this person to kind of gradually pop in and out, or some that kind of energy. But the bug is there. But the want is there. The connection is there. It's made. And there's this kind of like trust the process kind of energy. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Yeah, 6 of Pentacles. There definitely is like this energy exchange here. Okay. Okay. And to go, Spirit wants me to read off the book about here 21. 21 could be significant for you. Sublime, fierce with sacred rage, cannot be... Oh, wait. Okay, sublime, fierce with sacred rage, cannot be deceived nor deterred. She is unflinching, fearless, and determined. She causes that which is unworthy of her soul to flee. And I think that's this energy. That's this energy. To flee. It secures divine protection for the authentic soul path. Her presence empowers our hearts to face our fears and signifies that we are ready to overcome anything that has held us back. She gives us the power to fulfill our heart's desires and reminds us to embrace our unique path with confidence. That's it. Thank you, college. Every freaking time. Every time. Every freaking time, dude. It never misses. That's this energy, right? Rise above what's holding you back. Face your fears. Face this 5 of Pentacles. Face this feeling. Understand that if you don't take the risk, if you don't make the call, if you don't invite them out, then you never find out, then you never figure it out. Then you're always going to live in this, well, what could have been energy. And that's what I feel like is push, not only repelling outside of this person or outside of anybody else. That's what, if you have been feeling and facing this type of energy of putting yourself out there, facing any kind of fears of rejection, facing fears of, facing your paranoia, facing feelings that you won't be accepted or will be turned away, or it's like facing these fears of rejection, facing these fears of abandonment, facing any kind of fears from within us. She requires us to move forward with understanding of ourselves and empowers us to find that confidence to kiss the girl. Like to really, to hear our heart's desires. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, to overcome anything that holds us back. She gives us the power to fulfill our heart's desires. Exactly. And embrace our own unique path. Embrace who we are. Embrace and to face anything that could be triggering you, anything that could be holding you back, and to just go forward through that, burn forward through that, having the bravery and the strength and the confidence of facing that unknown, walking into the shadow, telling ourselves, I love you, and you're confident, and you're beautiful, and you can make it, and you can do this. It doesn't matter if you failed in the past. It doesn't matter if it didn't work out. It doesn't matter if that person didn't end up being your soulmate, or they didn't end up being that person. It doesn't matter if we fell on our face and made a fool of ourselves in front of people in the past. You always have another chance to go out there, to stand up, to laugh it off, to move on, to be brave in the face of it, and to not let it hold you back. Anybody that has become a master of anything has failed 1,000,000 times. And because anybody will tell you that. Anybody that has mastered anything, any kind of sport, any kind of discipline, any kind of something, there's been times when they thought they knew what they were doing, but turns out they didn't, or they fell on their face, or they fell and injured themselves, but they got back up and they healed themselves, and they didn't let it stop them from going out there and continuing to face this soul path that they knew they were being guided down. And so there is this feeling of overcoming. Again, that feeling of spirit, pushing up that trident into the face of things, and in its place, confidence and love and understanding blooms in the face of that. I think it's, I thought it might be right here, but it's not. Exactly. Thank you, Spirit. And to hold that up. Exactly. There it is. To hold that up and to allow it to bloom. And in the face of this tower, understanding that we can transmute any of this pain or this fear or this misunderstanding, and in its place, God will strike that, and an understanding and power and passion and beauty will bloom in its place. Anytime that we are brave enough to face that transformational fire, we do this exchange energy here. And we allow for the blooming. Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you to your guides, to your angels, to your masters, to your ancestors of love and light, to everyone and all the spirit guides that work with you. I appreciate them. Thank you so much for guiding you here. I hope it gave you the love, light, or clarity that you needed. Comment down below, like, share, subscribe, do the thing, do the YouTube things. My contact information is down below if you want to personally work with me with any of the service that I offer. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you to my angel spirits, guardians, ancestors, masters, and guides for guiding me through this message, as well as keeping me safe while they did so. My bun is going. And so I will see you loves in the next one. Okay, thank you so much for being here with me. As always, I appreciate you guys. I'm so proud of the beautiful path and the journey that we're walking together. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, goodbye.